Today is our Dr. Seuss day, so thing anymore where I just pull groups 1 and 2 every day, and then I alternate my other groups. And I got an email this morning that my license in Kansas has been finished. Good morning, it is Thursday. Yes, I am wearing a Grinch shirt. It's not Christmas again. Today is our Dr. Seuss day, so they had us buy shirts, but I didn't want to buy a shirt, so they gave us opportunity to buy shirts that were like Dr. Seuss themed, and no. And so I didn't buy them, but if we wear a Dr. Seuss shirt, we got to wear jeans, so I was like, pulling out the Grinch. Even though it's not really Christmas. But, you know, it's still Dr. Seuss, so whatever, I don't really care. So I get to wear jeans today, so that was exciting, but I gotta make my coffee and realize that there was no coffee in the little pitcher that we keep in our, well, there was barely any. There wasn't enough for me to really get anything out of it. I really didn't have the time to go make it, so on my way down, I just drove by Dunkin' Donuts and or Dunkin', I guess it's called now, and got coffee. And I just tried the iced coffee again, but I got the dark roast, and it's a little bit better than last time, but it's not super great. It's kind of watered down. There's not a lot of flavor going on there. So I'm not sure what it is. Maybe next time do a little less creamer or something. I don't know. I think it's one of those things I'm about to mess with. Yeah, but today's our Dr. Seuss day. They're doing green eggs and ham in the cafeteria this morning for breakfast. It's gonna be kind of weird this morning, but it frees up some time because we do have art this morning, or we have music, or performing arts, so whatever you call it. So I need to get some copies and stuff getting ready for them. I did change up my daily 5, so before when we did word work, that was my table. Well, now that I'm not following that thing anymore where I just pull groups 1 and 2 every day, and then I alternate my other groups, I can't use that same system. So I need to make copies also of some word work activities, which I have a whole binder of. Packet. It came from Scrap and Doodles, and it came from Miss Davis. And it just has all these ways to practice words. So it has spelling stuff and everything. So I'm going to use it to help them practice their spelling words. I will just have pages for them, and usually I set them on the table over there by their interactive notebook so they know to grab them. And so I'll explain the activity really quick, and then they'll go off and do their thing. So I think I might end up doing it where maybe I'll make a packet. I don't know, I haven't decided that part yet. So I was thinking about maybe I can make a packet, or actually maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll make multiple copies. I will explain what they are, and then each time they do word work, they get to pick which one they want to do. So I'll just have a bunch of copies up there that they can choose between. So different ones pattern words, so where they have to write the words in patterns. Write it 3 different ways, so they write it in color. Well, they write it 3 times, so they write it in pencil, crayon, and marker. Just a bunch of different ways of doing it. This one here is always really cool, the pyramid one. So they do the word that they know the best at the top, and the one that they need the most practice on, they put at the bottom. So that one's really neat. And then they have ones like vowel pattern, or vowel power, where they write them and they circle all the vowels. There's one where they underline the consonants too. So there's just a bunch of different ones, and I might just make different copies. And I don't know, maybe I'll see if there's a way that I can put them over there where they can grab them. That will be their word work that I'm going to start doing. But I kind of cut out word work and had it at my table just because word work is one of those centers where if they don't have enough to do, you're kind of fighting with them to get them to do their work. So I'm hoping that, but I usually run my centers for 10 seconds. That'd be a really short centers. All right, everybody sit down. All right, get up. We're done now. I only usually run mine for about 10 minutes, so it won't be too bad, I don't think. But so I think that, I don't know, that's what we're trying. It's hard. How do you guys do your, if you guys do graded reading, how do you do your group part? What the other kids are doing? Do you use daily 5 as the way to do it? Do you have just activities for the kids to use? Let me know, because I'm kind of interested in that. Because I use daily 5, and I really like daily 5 for the most part, but I do feel like it could be a little bit better. But I've used Daily 5 for a really long time, and it's just like I'm comfortable with it, and so I'm not like opposed to using something else though. So let me know, what do you guys use? Comment down below, please. Let me know what you use. If you use guided reading, what is your other groups doing? Today we're going to work on some more Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Today we're doing like compare and contrast where they live and where Chew and Swallow. They're doing sentence mix-ups for their interactive notebook. So they will be reading the things, putting the clues together and putting them in order. They are adding tens to a number using the hundreds chart. We're doing partitioning, I can't say that word for some reason. Partitioning shapes, rectangles, and circles into fourths and halves. So we're going to do an anchor chart first. I'm also going to take a piece of paper and show them, like, I folded it in half. You have 2 equal parts, 1/2, 1/2 type of thing. And maybe have that on the board for them so they have it. I don't know. That's what I'm going to do. So that's my thing. So we're doing only an introduction today. It's going to be a quick introduction to partitioning shapes, just so they get the terms of half and quarter and fourth or whatever. And then for small groups, we're going to be doing equalities. And so I just have my 3 different parts because, like I have 1 low group, 2 average groups or on-level groups, and 2 high groups. So that's how mine are divvied up, and it works really well with that way. And then if we have time, which we probably won't, but I have a game. Let me get the one that actually has it. And I showed you guys this before, last week I think it was. So if you're interested, go watch last week's vlog. And they have to find the matches that make equality. So it might have it like in a 10 frame, and then they have like a number sentence or something, and they have to match them up. So that is what we're doing today. It is time. The kids are in PE, so I should explain that. Kids are in PE. So I came in, and it was funny because I had cupcakes left over from yesterday, and there's only like 4. So I put them in the lounge, thinking that maybe somebody would want to eat them. And then I'm like going back, and I'm like, oh, I could really use a cupcake right now. So I stepped on the way, I got a cupcake. But anyway, I'm getting ready. I was folding. I don't know if you guys remember last year. We did the solar system unit. It was like this, and then the pages fold out, which we're doing a little different this year. So, but I'm getting trying to get all the papers ready because each one of these takes 5 pieces. So I have to get 100 of them done for the whole class. So I'm going to be folding these up for a little bit. But it was really cool just a little bit ago. The middle school kids, some of the middle school kids came down. And so they came and they read a Dr. Seuss book to the kids. And it was really cool because one of the students was actually in Miss Smith's 1st grade class. So he was like, do you remember me? And I'm like, yeah, I remember you. Like, I'm like, you're in Miss Smith's class. And he was like, yeah, I'm surprised you remember that. And so he came and read, and he read 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, which I'm like, dude, that was a big book you read. So, but it was really neat. The kids loved it. He read it really well. So, and I did get a notice a little bit ago, or earlier this morning, I got a notice stating that Kansas has finally issued my license after all the trouble that I had with them. They finally got it issued. I don't know if, I mean, not all the trouble was their fault. Some of it was there was other issues that happened along the way from people that were supposed to be sending stuff and didn't send things like they were supposed to. So, you know, there's only so much you can do. They said it will be issued tomorrow after 10 a.m. So I'll check tomorrow to make sure that it's been done. But that's one step done in the whole process. And so, and like I said, I'm just waiting on a job in a house. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And it's funny because, you know, I talked about that one of the positions that's available is kindergarten. So I started watching kindergarten vlogs which I actually subscribed to a couple of them already, and so, but I went back and like, you know, there was, I think I might go back and rewatch all of the One Happy Classroom, Fernanda. I'll go back and watch a bunch of her videos because, you know, she did kindergarten last year and she's doing first grade this year. And then I started watching Kind Kindergarten, I think, because I just subscribed to that one. I'd seen her vlogs before, but I'd never really watched them because they were kindergarten. I'm trying to get back into them again because I really do enjoy watching them. I just don't have the time to watch them. So, Planning with Precision is what I'm going to watch. I have not watched her video yet, but I was going to watch hers, The Day in the Life of a Kindergarten Teacher. I don't know how old a video it is, but... So I was going to kind of go through and just see what we have. But it's hard though, because when I look up kindergarten vlogs, it pulls up other people that are not kindergarten teachers. So if you have any suggestions for kindergarten vlogs to watch, or if you are a kindergarten vlogger and I have skipped your channel somehow or something, then let me know, type it down below. So, but I'm going to go ahead and get to folding because I have about 5 minutes left now. So here I go. Good morning, it is Friday. Yes, I have made it. Hashtag Teacher Life. Let me tell you, I am exhausted. It is so exhausting. This has been a rough week. I don't know what is up with it. Like yesterday was crazy. The day before wasn't so bad. It's just like each day is, I don't know. But when you have like certain behavior issues, and I already know today's gonna be rough because I'm on the fence. Like my students earn Fun Friday, but I'm on the fence of not giving that one student Fun Friday because I don't think they deserve it. But then I'm like, do I just let it like? So I think I'm gonna play it by ear and just see how it goes, because I know that when I tell the student they're not getting it, they're gonna throw a fit. Like there's no other way around it, and I don't know how to make it not happen. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be. That's one of my trials and tribulations that will be today. But I did get good news though. Well, a couple good news, a couple of things going on. Let me go ahead and try to fill you guys in. Today we're supposed to hear back about the house. As I know that he's presenting the offer again after we countered, because he didn't do it before because she didn't, I'll just do it on Friday. So like we're just sitting here waiting. But Rudy got, I think, all the outside of the house patched up with the Elasto patch. So our stucco's all good again. Well, you know, as good as it could be. And so tonight I think we're gonna go down and look at paint. I have a paint, like we have a paint color picked for the whole house. We have the whole house color, but our back patio area is in this color called Magnet, which is like a super dark gray, and it looks really awesome on that. So Rudy was talking about it like, I didn't realize at the time when we were talking about it that he was, I guess, thinking that we were going to do the whole house, like the trim color and everything, all in that color. And so I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, I'm not sure if that's going to work, because that's going to be really, like, it's going to be a weird thing. So, and then plus it's not our house. Like, so I was thinking about it, I'm like, I'm going to look. So I went and looked online. I'm sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. I went and looked online, and I was looking at it, and I saw that a lot of people that use that same color we're doing lighter trims and then like accents with the dark. So I talked to him this morning about it, and he's like, okay. I'm like, well, we can look at stuff, like that's not an issue, but we're gonna do all the trim first and then do the paint color, I think is what my understanding is. I think I want to do like an off-white instead of doing like a really white, like doing a cream white, because the color that we picked is called cinnamon sugar, and it's by Magnolia Home or whatever it is, the Joanna Gaines colors. And I got an email this morning that my license in Kansas has been finished, and I am now available to print it, because apparently they don't send them to you. So that's super exciting. So I'm so happy to have that part done too. So I'm just waiting now on a job. But it is Friday, so let's get to that part, because I need to get to working. So, so today is Friday. We have nothing in the way of our day. So today is just all us in the classroom doing our thing. Our iStation progress monitoring pops up today because it's March 1st, but I'm thinking about not having my kids do it today and have them do it Monday in the computer lab, because we'll be in the computer lab on Monday and it might just be easier for all the kids to do it there. I'm going to talk to other first grades and see what they're doing though, just to kind of plan out my day, because I think it's going to be really hard because the tests usually take about 20 to 30 minutes for the kids to do. That's going to take up a good chunk of our morning if we, like, because normally I have them test, and the tests are like 5 minutes, like, not 5 minutes, they're like 5 question tests that we usually give when we give our own assessments. And so I usually have them doing Flashlight Friday. Well, that may not be a possibility if it's going to take that long. I'm not going to do Flashlight Friday. That would take like 2 hours of Flashlight Friday. That would be crazy. But I want these kids to be able to have quiet time to work. So I don't know, I haven't decided on that one, but I'm gonna try to do, today we're gonna do Friday Fix It. We'll have a spelling test. We'll finish up our Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs book, because next week we are starting Solar System, which on my watch, I have the solar system on it just to go with the theme. I thought it was super cool. And then for math, I think we are doing, well, they got Fun Friday today, so we won't be doing, I'll teach a whole group lesson, but they're not gonna get their small groups today. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and get to my day, so I'll see you guys. It is now almost 3:10. I need to get desks rearranged so I can go home and get a few other things. So what do I have on my list today? Let me check. Okay, I got a new seating chart done so I can do that. I moved the desks. I finished the foldables for my solar system unit that we're starting. I needed the paper passers and the jobs, and I think that's it. So I'm gonna start moving the desks first, just so I can get that out of the way and done. But we got like almost all of our work done today, which was so nice. And I actually made them do two math papers today because there was one that we didn't finish the other day. So I was like, let's just get that one done. And it was a really fun one. It was the one where they grabbed out it was the grab and graph one. They were like so excited about that one. I know they love doing like those kind of activities. So it does get really loud, and then I did schedule, so this year here, they changed our observations a little bit. So typically we have 3 because we have 1 principal. So it's the same person 3 times. So they make us do 3, which I think is so weird because it's like a principal doesn't have more stuff to do. So, but yeah, so they do it 3 times for that. But if we get somebody else to do it, then we only have to do 2. So we'll have our principal and then somebody else, another person. So we end up having a principal, the new superintendent that we have buddied up our schools with another school. So we're buddied up with another school. So that principal will come over for the second half and do an observation on us. So she came by today and was just like, I just need to set up a time. So we set up a time. My next observation will be March 22nd. And so I'm going to try to figure out something to do. I want to do something with phonics, I think, because I've never done a phonics observation before. And I think it'd be kind of fun. I think I could do like a really fun activity with the kids with it. So let's come in. But it is a Friday. It's a Friday right before spring break. So it's going to be a madhouse. But it's first grade, and it's always a madhouse in here. So, but I'm going to go ahead and start getting these desks moved around because I need to get out of here so I can get home so we can go buy paint and everything for our house. So. And as of right now, I have heard nothing on the offer on our house. So. just to explain super fast, because I know I've been asked this before, the smiley face that I put on the desks are actually the kids' paper passers. So that way I don't have kids fighting about it. What I do is each week there's one student I pick that is a paper passer, and I start at one student in the corner and I just work around all four. Once I've done all four, then it's time to rearrange the desks. So that's what it means when you see me putting on the smiley face. I know that was it's a bunch of new people and they didn't really understand that because I never explained it after I've explained it last year. So, but that's what it's for. So that way I don't have people fighting. I just pick out the four pieces and I put it onto their desk, and then they're the ones that are in charge of passing it out. The paper passer is also in charge of giving out the scissors and doing all that, and the highlighters and all that stuff too. So they're responsible for all that, and it eliminates a lot of the fighting. So, and what I just use a permanent marker, and I write down the corner of the desk. And then some of the permanent markers come off really well with hand sanitizer. Some of them I have to use the magic eraser, and that's the color that I had this time. Wouldn't come off unless I use the magic eraser, which is super easy. I just have I buy them at the Dollar Tree, and I cut them into little rectangles, because I cut them into fours, and then I just keep using those until they're gone. So I have rearranged the desk now. I have did the paper pass. I need to do custom jobs before I leave, but I did set up new math morning bins. So these are the new morning bins. In case you were new, I do morning bins in the morning instead of doing bell work and stuff, just because it keeps the kids more entertained and I don't have to fight with them to get them to do something. So I have 5 tubs because I have 5 groups. And so each day it rotates to the groups, and they get new math bins every single time that we switch groups. So we keep the same math bins for a month. So this one here, I use the Kiva blocks, whatever they're called. Got these from Highlights magazine by turning in those little order form things. So I have these things called play sticks, and they came from Amazon. I have the plastic Lego blocks, or plastic building blocks. They came from the Target dollar spot. Weird shaped things, and they push into each other because they kind of stick together. And these ones I got from Amazon. Construction toy blocks, which are actually in a bin. I just happen to have the container still out. And I got these ones actually from Marshall's, and they were on clearance. So that's another one I'm using. And it is in a bin, so I do keep all mine in bins. These bins came from Dollar Tree, and they are getting old and broken, but they were $1, and once I'm done, I'll just throw them away and get new ones. So. All right, so I just got an email from Rudy, or text message from Rudy, and I'm sorry about the bumpiness, but I'm just super excited. She signed her offer, so we are now in contract on the house. It's all subject now to our inspections and stuff, but how exciting! Yeah, Rudy texted me and she's like, she signed! And I'm like, holy crap. That's amazing! Good morning. It is Sunday. I am so exhausted. We spent all day long yesterday painting the trim on the house, and I'm so tired. I didn't realize how hard of work that was going to be. But it was like really hard work, so whatever. But it's gonna look really nice. Rudy has to still get up. No, I don't do it. Rudy still has to get up and do some parts on the eaves, and then I'm gonna go around and do some touch-ups, I guess, to see if there's some parts that we missed, which I'm sure there are, because it started getting dark, and so we couldn't like exactly see where we're going. So, and it's really hard with the little the roller. I was not having a good time with that, but it does look really nice. So it's all clean and nice. So happy about that. But that's it, actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out for this vlog. So I hope you like what you saw. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on all of my social media. And until next time, don't forget to always be you. Bye.